doing, man. It's awesome.
Okay, today's a big day. Supposedly, I got word that the Fairmont is coming home today. The shipper hit me up and said, hey, Alex, I'll be down there at 10 a.m. Saturday. I got up nice and early, did the gym thing, did the breakfast thing. It was too hot to do any E85 testing on the 13, so I'll get on that later. But I think this is going to be a great opportunity to show you the work that was done to the Fairmont, what it takes to make it legal to run at least 850. It's a 10-point cage. It got a mini tub. It got the front tubular stuff done. One of these days, I'll get the dealership to kill that prompt. And I'll show you, I'll be very transparent about what it costs. But anyway, let's get down there, pick it up, look at it, show you it, maybe shove the rear Bellax on it from the Fox body just to kind of get a sense of what it's going to look like, and then to decide what fronts to get. But enough of that. Let's go pick up the car and we'll show you the work that was done over at 1320 Fabrication in Maryland. Okay, here I am. Got the Fairmont offloaded from the carrier. Now I'm going to bring it home, and I'm going to show you everything that's going on with it. Rear suspension, mini tub, the front tubular stuff, the roll cage, the everything. I have one slight concern in the front engine bay. It looks like the intercooler and radiator were pretty wide, and I don't know how much room I have to put the Coyote in there, so I'm going to either have to set it way back or figure something else out. But anyway, let's get home, get it offloaded, show you everything that was done. I'll do the breakdown of the cost, time, everything, just so you can know what to expect if you eventually are going to do something similar. It'll be interesting moving the car around, so might as well think of it. Stop right here so I can show you some of the stuff that was done before I, holy shit, before I stick it all the way in there. Whew. Man, it's light, but it's heavy. So first thing, let's take this trunk off. It's been pinned in 4 spots because the hinging mechanism would hit on the tub. Let's take that off and put it on the roof. Okay, get ready for sniffles and a lot of description. So this is what we got going on. We ended up mini tubbing the car because I wanted to be able to shove in a 15 by 10 and a half, a 15 by 10 with a 6.5 inch back spacing. And if in the future I want to go wider, like an 11 or a 12, I had plenty of room. Obviously with the right offset wheel, the right differential width would work out. Remember before we had the gas tank back here, we had all of the fuel pump and all that crap? Well, that's all gone. They sheet metaled it and only put a couple of rivets in, maybe because they thought I was gonna remove it one day. I'll be honest with you, not sure why it wasn't finished, but not criticizing. Maybe I do have to remove it one day. Maybe I do have to do more work. Maybe I have to take this off, paint it, and put it back on. I don't know. But just showing you the work that was done on the mini tub. Okay, all of this is gonna have to get coated, painted, just to make sure it doesn't flash rust too bad. So I'll make sure to get that done quickly. It is humid. I am sweating my balls off right now, so it's definitely warm down here. Let's go ahead and look at the roll cage real quick. So again, you chassis guys might be able to tell me, oh, I love it, they left me this is the delivery for the car. So I don't know much about chassis, if anything at all. So you chassis guys, let me know the purpose of this. Obviously, good bracing here, right up against the side. They braced it with a 90-degree plate. They spot welded this guy, or they tack welded this guy in. Not sure what's going on there. Again, chassis guys, hit me up in the chat or Patreon. Let me know what the thought process is behind that. They ended up welding onto the torque box, upper and lower. So the bars are basically welded onto each torque box. Obviously, the main hoop goes to the back. Obviously, I'm not going to really describe it too much, just going to show you what's going on. I believe that's for a net. Okay. Nice little twist here. Pretty neat. Tucked it nicely. Again, this is just not going to have a dash. It's going to have a race pack deal or some kind of gauge situation right on the steering column. And obviously we did all this and that and this and that. Okay, so there you go. Let me get in the engine bay and show you what's going on there. Okay, there's an obvious concern, and maybe you guys can see it, right? Or maybe not. Do you see it? So this intercooler was what was recommended to me. Very thick. Then they had to make the radiator for like a Fox body radiator, but look at how far forward. Maybe not. Maybe all this was in the way and it's kind of optical illusion, because remember, this used to have this big massive frame in the front. Now that's missing, so maybe it's just an optical illusion that I have that much room there. But the Coyote should fit in there, right? Again, it's going to have a motor plate system, so it's going to be set as far back as I can. The motor mounts will be cut off or not even utilized, and everything will be held down with a mid plate and front brackets to take care of that. But yep, this is what I wanted. I wanted the front to be tubular. I wanted the radiator mounted. You have a big air-to-air intercooler, I think from Treadstone, that Jake recommended. They pinned the hood for me, which was very nice of them. And there'll be some fab work left in order to mount the plate system. But just wanted to kind of show you what's going on in there. That's all I wanted, really. I wanted front tubular, rear mini tub, and at the same time they said, fuck it, let's just go ahead and, I said, let's just go ahead and, that is so nice. These little pins, super nice. And the trunk, not so much. So yeah, this is what I got going on. The Fairmont showed up. All the chassis work is done. I'm gonna try to get it up in the air and show you what's going on with the rear suspension. Just to give you a heads up, a lot of you guys asked about torque boxes and stuff, but I didn't go too crazy with the torque box stuff. Let's get it up in the air and show you what's going on underneath. Baby, just barely made it. Wow, just barely made it. Ooh, I'll have to move the Coyote motor a little bit, but yeah, I did to just, oh my god. So I'm gonna have to move some stuff around. These wheels are supposedly gone this weekend, but the guy, Facebook Marketplace, fucking assholes, never show up. Let's get it up in the air with the quick jacks and see what's going on underneath, so give you an idea what's happening. How stable is it? Pretty stable. Go up all the way, see what it does. Actually, I'm stupid. I didn't check if the motor's good. Fucked up over there. Nope, it's clearing that, so that's good. So is that it? Let me check. Looks like it. I think so. Oh, it's something. Oh, there it is. Boop. It's on the locks. Damn. All right, let's take a look at what's happening underneath at the rear suspension. There's many things I regret buying. These jacks are not one of them. Look at this. Let's get some light up in this bitch. Okay. So, we don't need that light. All right, so this is what's going on at the rear suspension. I was sold on some AFCO shocks. They obviously relocated them inboard quite a bit. If you know how it is on Fox bodies, it's pretty much, this is the shock mount, and if you have a coilover, this would be the, you know, it would be around here. But look at how much room I've gained on this wheel and tire combo. Okay, this is just a dumbass Bogart 15.8 that I got screwed on big time. I got screwed on this. I was told it was a 15 by 10. It's a 15 by 8. Lesson learned. So yeah, and you can see they have brackets so that you can mount the shock whichever way you want. Obviously for drag radial stuff, I don't know how familiar you are with how setup is. You want kind of extension. If you're going to set it up for anti-squat, you want to, you know, bring the spring so it's, the shock is not showing a lot of shaft hail, and then when you launch, you have some extension. Obviously, you got to set up your anti-squat properly. This is a triangulated 4-link Fox body stuff, so not much going to happen there except just making sure everything's good, because I don't really have adjustable. That's the one thing I didn't do. I didn't make everything super adjustable. I can eventually get some brackets. I should have probably opted for that, some brackets to have multiple mounting points on the bottom, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll see how much this helps me. It was mostly just to get more room at the back here, and you can see they did a whole bunch of work up in there. Took the micro tub out, mini tub that notched it, did everything really nice. So I'm going to make sure I coat everything, clean everything, paint everything so that it maintains a decent look. It still has the UPR anti-roll bar, the extreme duty one. They also obviously put the shock mount integrated into the cage, if I'm not mistaken. So all of this is all integrated into the roll cage. Again, adjustable mounting points, really nice stuff. Again, I didn't go full donkey because that would have been probably, you know, another 10,000 bucks. Let's be honest. If I would have done the badass upper control arms that have adjustable on them, like the Tin Soldiers or Team Z stuff, and then had done this stuff, you're probably looking at another $3,000 or $4,000 as it stands in the whole cage, shocks, mini tub, and front tubular, and mounting of the intercooler and the radiator. I have $28,000 in this setup. That's right, guys. This whole situation cost me 28,000 bucks. I'm not complaining. I know what it costs to build these things. That's why it's better to buy something that's already raced, someone's sick of doing in the middle of a divorce, and get that, because that is a lot more economical. But yeah, look, it's got a ton of room. So no fuel tank will be back here. It'll be 100% just like this, just, you know, painted. All the fuel cell will be in the front. Everything will be in the front. Everything, turbo, fuel cell, coolant, everything will be in the front. And the only thing that's going to come back here, if anything, will be a catch can setup or some kind of puke tank in case, you know, to ventilate the crankcase pressure. But yeah, just giving you a overall look as to what's going on with Hush Money. Extremely tired, but gratifying. It's very gratifying to get Hush Money here, to get started on it, start figuring out what to do about the engine plate system, paint, transmission, cross member, you name it. This project is gonna pretty much take up a lot of my thinking time, a lot of my planning time, and a lot of people wonder why I didn't finish certain projects like the notch, and it's simple. I have no emotional equity in any vehicle except this one. Okay, and those of you that know the story, you know why I give a shit about this one. I'm $30,000 in on just chassis alone. It's already been an 8-second car, so now let's try to make it a 7-second car with a blow-through carbureted Fox body single turbo. Why the hell not? And if we can make that happen, I might paint it. You never know. It all depends on what the emotional equity of the project is. All right, guys, thanks for hanging in there with me. none of this is possible without you guys. Obviously, you guys watching, supporting, Patreon, Super Chats, and the ad revenue all contributes to the project that I have going on, and I'm going to try my best to get you as much content as possible. Maybe you'll learn something along the way, maybe not, but at least you'll be entertained for a little while. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll talk to you later.